So if you're building apps with AI, you know how incredibly fast you can go from just an idea to a full-blown working app. It's amazing. But have you ever stopped to think about the hidden cost of all that speed? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the security risks of AI-generated code, and we'll look at a really cool new kind of safety net called SecureVibe, which is built for this exact moment.
All right, let's get right into it. Seriously, think about this. It used to take a whole team of experts months, maybe even longer, to build a complex app. Now, piff! You can crank one out in minutes, thanks to AI code generators and all these low-code platforms. We're in this new era people are calling vibe coding. You know, building fast, based on a feeling, an idea.
And this is a total game changer, no question. I mean, you've got tools like Lovable and Cursor that are basically giving anyone the skills of a senior developer. You just type in a simple prompt and bam! A full-stack application. It's not just about making things faster, it's about opening the floodgates for a whole new wave of creators.
Okay, but here's the thing. With everyone moving at light speed, deploying apps left and right, it begs a really important question. Who's actually checking the locks on the door? Who's making sure all this amazing new software is, safe?
Because what's happened is that all this speed has created a kind of hidden security crisis. Developers are just focused on building cool stuff, and fast, which is great. But the old-school security tools, they just can't keep up. And the result is a massive wave of vulnerable apps just flooding the market.
And the numbers here, they're pretty shocking. A recent Veracode report found that 45% of AI-generated code has security vulnerabilities, just right out of the box. Think about that for a second. Almost half of the apps being built with these incredible new tools have serious security flaws baked right in from the start. And look, this isn't some what-if scenario. It's happening right now. There was a recent incident with Supabase, a super popular platform, where a single misconfiguration exposed over 170 apps. And that's not just a statistic, right? That's people's real data, emails, private API keys, just dumped out into the open. It really shows you how big and systemic this risk is.
Okay, so this is where our story pivots. Because this is the exact problem that SecureVibe was created to solve. And the idea isn't to slow anybody down, heck no. It's about creating an automated safety net so this whole new world of app development can grow, but do it safely.
So what's SecureVibe all about? Well, at its heart, it's all about bridging that dangerous gap between moving fast and staying secure. The cool part is it plugs right into the way you already build stuff, so creators can keep their foot on the gas, but know they're building on a solid, secure foundation.
So what is it exactly? The best way to think about it is like an automated security safety net. It's built specifically to scan these AI-generated apps, find the usual weak spots, and this is the real magic right here. It automatically and safely fixes them for you.
Okay, so you're probably wondering, how does this safety net actually work? Let's pop the hood and take a look. It's actually pretty slick how it takes a project that might be full of holes and gets it ready for deployment, securely in just a few clicks.
The whole thing is designed to be super simple for developers. It's basically a 4-step cycle. You just plug in your project, and SecureVibe does all the hard work for you. It's this continuous loop of analyzing, detecting, fixing, and then telling you what it did.
All right, let's walk through it together. Step 1, a one-click scan. You literally just connect your GitHub account or upload a zip file. That's it. Then, step 2, SecureVibe starts its targeted detection, hunting for those specific vulnerabilities that pop up all the time in AI-generated code. Step 3 is where the magic happens. The safe auto-fix engine kicks in and automatically patches things up with proven fixes. And finally, step 4, you get this super clear report that explains everything. What was wrong, what got fixed, all in simple, plain English.
And we're not talking about tiny, obscure problems here. SecureVibe is laser-focused on the big, scary stuff. You know, things like exposed API keys, which is basically leaving the keys to your entire kingdom just lying around. Or broken access control, where anybody can waltz in and see sensitive user data. Or even just using old, insecure code libraries. That's like knowing your front door has a broken lock and just leaving it that way.
And honestly, this next part might be the most important, the final report. It's not some terrifying list of technical jargon that only a security expert could understand. No, it's made for the person who actually built the app. It tells you exactly what was wrong, exactly how it was fixed, and, crucially, why it mattered. So it's not just fixing the problem, it's actually teaching you along the way.
So, when you put all this together, you realize this isn't just another security tool. It's a completely new way of thinking about security. We're talking about a fundamental shift in how we keep our software safe in this new age of AI. And to really get why this is such a big deal, let's just put it side by side with the old way of doing things. The traditional security tools that were built for a much slower, much different world.
And wow, the difference is night and day. On one hand, you have traditional security, slow, manual reviews, scanners that just scream a bunch of alerts at you, and you need to hire an expert to figure it all out. Then you have the SecureVibe way. It's built for AI code from the ground up. It doesn't just give you alerts, it gives you automatic fixes. It's security that's a one-click process, not a month-long project. It's a safety net that catches you, not a roadblock that stops you.
Okay, so let's zoom out a little bit. What's the bigger picture here? What does it actually mean for the future of building software when security becomes this easy, this automated?
Well, the impact is frankly huge. First off, it makes building safe apps something anyone can do. From a student in their dorm room to a solo founder bootstrapping a startup, they can create cool things without accidentally putting their users at risk. And that means user privacy is protected by default. So we can avoid those massive data leaks we talked about. For companies, it means they're not facing the massive costs and reputation damage of a security breach. But the biggest thing? It builds trust. Trust in this whole new AI-powered world, which lets all of us innovate and move forward with confidence.
So I want to leave you with this one big idea. For as long as I can remember, security has always felt like the brakes, the thing that slows you down. But what if that's all changing? What if security could become so seamless, so automated, so deeply baked into the way we create that it actually helps us go faster? What if security could become an accelerator for innovation? Because that right there is the future we're talking about.